Hi, welcome back. Let's solve 14 sum. Lakshmi is a cashier in a bank. She has currency notes of denominations rupees 100, rupees 50 and rupees 10 respectively. The ratio of the number of these notes is 2:3:5. The total cash with Lakshmi is rupees 4 lakh. How many notes of each denomination does she have? Okay. So first let us understand the question and later we will solve it. So as you have seen, there will be 50 rupee notes. 50 rupee, sorry, 50. This is, you would have all seen 100 rupee notes and 10 rupee notes. Let's assume that these are the notes for now. So in your pocket, okay, when you want to buy something or when you go for shopping any item, you will not have only 150 rupee note nor only 100 rupee note nor 110 rupee note. You will have some, let's assume 350 rupee notes in your pocket, 200 rupee notes and 110 rupee note. So if I ask you how much total money do you have, what you will do? You will do 50 into 3. How much notes you have? That is 3 plus 100 into 2 plus 10 into 1. So what will it be? 5 3 is 150 plus 200 plus 10. 350 plus 10, which is equivalent to 360. So you would give me a reply saying that I have a total amount of 360 rupees in my pocket, through which I am going to buy whatever is required. So let us go back to the question and read it once again, having understood this scenario. Let us assume that you, instead of Lakshmi, you assume that you have a currency notes of denomination 100, 50 and 10 respectively. So why they are telling only these? There can be a note of 2000 also, which you are currently not having. You are currently having notes of 50, 100 and 10 in your pocket. Okay. You are having currency notes of denominations 100, 50 and 10 respectively. The ratio of number of these notes is 2:3:5. Okay. So in this case, we had assumed that we had 3 notes of 50 rupees, 2 notes of 100 rupees, 10 notes of 1 rupee. But in this situation, we don't know how much we have. 100 rupees, we don't know how much. 50 rupees, we don't know how much. 10 rupees, how much we don't have. No. But the ratio of all of them is 2:3:5, they're telling. Let me explain that. So let us assume that we have X notes of rupees 100. Okay, this is one note of 100 rupees. You will obviously not have 100 rupee note, or maybe you might have 100 rupee note, or in some cases you might have more than one. So you will not know. We are currently not knowing how many notes of 100 rupees I have. So let us assume it to be X. Whatever we don't know, we assume it to be a variable. That is nothing but X in this case. So next, let us assume that the number of notes of 50 rupees which I have is 5. Okay. And the number of notes of 10 rupees which I have is Z. Got it? Similarly in this, like it is similar to this case. I am having 3 notes of 50 rupees, 2 notes of 100, 1 note of 10. Similarly, I am having, let us assume that X notes of rupees 100, Y notes of rupees 50, Z notes of rupees 10. Okay. Now they're telling that the ratio of number of these nodes, if I take the ratio of number of these nodes, it is 2 is to 3 is to 5. You should be careful here that they're telling first 100. The number of nodes, the ratio of number of nodes of rupees 100 is to 50 is to 10 is 2 is to 5. So you should make sure that you have taking x is to y is to z ratio as 2 is to 3 is to 5. Or else you can, if you have taken it the other way around, like 50, 100, 10, you have to reverse this also. Okay, like I meant, if I take 100 rupee notes as y, 50 as x, 10 as z, what I should do? First is 100 rupee notes, that is y, is to, next is 50 rupee notes, which is x, is to 10 rupee notes, which is z. It is equivalent to 2 is to 3 is to 5. That you should take. Hope it's clear. So now let's go back. In this case, we have assumed as x number of x rupee notes as x, 50 rupee notes as y, and 10 rupee notes as z. So the ratio of number of these notes, that is 100 is to 50 is to 10. That is 100 is to 50 is to 10 is 2 is to 3 is to 5. Okay. That's the thing that they have given in the question, and that's what we have written it down mathematically. So in this type of sums, whatever is there in English, it's better to write it down mathematically and put equation numbers so that it will help us. Okay, that part of the sum is clear now. The ratio of these numbers is 2 is to 3 is to 5. Okay. The total cash with Lakshmi is rupees 4 lakh. So let us go back to our previous example. If I ask you how much cash you have in your pocket, you would multiply this, right? 50 note into how many you have. That's what we are doing. 100 into how many you are having 100 rupee notes. 10 into how many notes of 10 rupees you are having, and you add all of them. That is the total amount you get. So similarly, if I tell you how much you have now, we will tell I have x notes of rupees 100 plus y of 50 rupees plus z of 10 rupees is my total amount which I am having currently. And that in the question they have told as the total cash with you is rupees 4 lakh. So the total cash which you are having currently is 4 lakh. That's the thing which they have mentioned. Okay. So, and let's go back. How many notes of each denomination you are having? So that is the question they're asking. That means that they're asking what is X, Y, and Z? How many notes of each denomination? Denomination is rupees 100 note. How many you have? Rupees 50 note. How many you are having such notes? Rupee 10 notes. How many notes you are having? So that is what they're asking, and that we have assumed it as X, Y, and Z. Okay, hope that is clear. So we have whatever English sentences are there, we have put it down as mathematical equations. So now let's proceed with solving what they are and how many notes of each you are having currently in your pocket. Okay, so let us put the equation numbers. Let us put this as equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, so now from what do we do? So from equation 1, we know that x is to y is to z equals 2:3:5. Okay, this is a 3 variable ratio. So what do we do now? Let us assume a variable a. Okay, so x will be equal to 2 divided by, what is the addition of this? 2 plus 3 plus 5, that is 10 into a. Y is 3, take this number, whatever is related to y, divide by the total. What you get? 2 plus 3 plus 5. I'll write it down. 2 plus 3 plus 5 into a. Z equals, what is it related to z? That is 5 divided by 2 plus 3 plus 5 into a. Okay, so which is nothing but 2a by 10 in this case. Y equals 3 by 10 into a. Z is 5a by 10. Don't simplify this. I'll tell you the reason later. Don't simplify this as of now. Okay. Give me a second. I will move this little down. Okay. So we know that x is 2 by 10 of a. Y is 3 by 10 of a. Z is 5 by 10 of a. So now you might have a doubt, what is this variable a? Okay. I can give a short explanation for this. Suppose you have rupees 100. Okay. And you want to share it with your friends. Share it with your friends. So totally there are 3 persons. Total 3. So first one will get 50 rupees. Second will get 30, let us assume 30 rupees. Third one will get 20 rupees. Okay. So now if I add all of them, I will get 100, right? 50 plus 30 plus 20, I'll get rupees 100. So your first friend has 50 rupees. Or maybe you can think as you are having 50 rupees. You give 30 rupees to your second friend and you give 20 rupees to your third friend. So now all of you have, if I add the total amount from each one of you, I'll get rupees 100 rupees. Okay, but what is the ratio in which you're having? That is 50:30:20. If I simplify this, it is nothing but 5:3:2. The ratio in which you're having is 50:30:20. That is ratio in which the amount is given to 3 friends is 50:30:20, which is nothing but 5:3:2. Okay. This doesn't mean that you are having 5 rupees. This doesn't mean that your second friend is having 3 rupees. This doesn't mean that your third friend is having 2 rupees. It just shows the ratio in which they are divided. That is in the ratio of 5:3:2. Suppose if I know the ratio, how to get that, how much each one has? So that means what I do first, let me take how much is the total thing I have. 5 plus 3 plus 2, which is nothing but 10. Okay. If I have 10 rupees, I get rupees 5. Okay. So let us assume that 5:3:2 represents some amount, but the total amount it will add is rupees 10. Rupees 5 you get, rupees 3 your second friend gets, rupees 2 your third friend gets. if I add total amount is rupees 10. If total amount is rupees 10, I get rupees 5. Just give me a second. We'll be back. Sorry, welcome back. So now we will continue. Rupees 10, if I have, I get rupees 5. But if I have rupees 100, how much do I get? That is nothing but 100 into 5 divided by 10, which is nothing but 50 rupees. So I get 50 rupees. So similarly, if your second friend, if for the total amount of rupees 10, your second friend will get rupees 3. So for rupees 100, how much does he get? That is 100 into 3 divided by 10, which is nothing but 30 rupees. So similarly, if I do for the third friend, if rupees 10 is there with us, and if he or she gets rupees 20, sorry, it's 2. It's 2. And if rupees 100 is there, how much does he get? That is nothing but 100 into 2 divided by 10, which is nothing but 20. So this is the ratio, means we have to assume that 5 plus 3 plus 2, 10 is my total I am having. In that I will get 5. But what is the actual amount? In that how much I will get? So that is how it is we get back. If they are given only the ratio, and if total 100 rupees is there, how much do I get? Means this is how we do. So similarly, let's go back and solve now. Here, what is A? Let A be equivalent to rupees 100 here. Rupees 100 in here. Okay, the total amount which we are having will be 2 by will be, let us assume it to be equal to A. Okay, hope it's clear, it's not so confusing. Okay, so you should not confuse it with 4 lakh. You might ask me, so 2 by 10 into 4 lakh I get X. No, it's like the total number of notes which I am currently having. A represents the total number of notes I am currently having. Like if I tell you in this case, you had 3 notes of rupees 50, 2 notes of rupees 100, 1 note of rupees 10. So in this case, A is equivalent to 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is nothing but 6. So totally with me, I have 6 notes, which are of, some are of rupees 50, some are of rupees 100, and some are of rupees 10. So similarly, if we tell total number of notes which we have as sum A, which we don't know, like if I tell X plus Y plus Z is A, I can tell that. Okay, and they have given that X is to Y is to Z is 2 is to 3 is to 5. Similarly here, the total number of notes you can assume it as rupees 100. And the first note I am having as 50 notes, second note has 13 notes, third note has 20 notes I have. Or they have given this ratio, we have to find each one of them, 50, 30, 20. So if I have if total notes are A. Okay. So like 2 is to 3 is to 5. Let's take it back. 2 plus 3 plus 5 is 10. So if 10 nodes are there, first node will be 2. So similarly, if total A nodes are there, how many nodes? First node I will have, that is 2A by 10. First node, that means rupees 100 nodes equals 2A by 10. It is not the value, we are talking about how many nodes I have in my pocket. Okay. Similarly, for the second, if 10 nodes are there, in that second, the count of second nodes will be 3. If total A nodes are there, how many second nodes I have? That is rupees 50 nodes, which I will be having is 3A by 10. Hope it's clear. If not, you can ask in the comment section below. So similarly, for if 10 nodes are there, the number of third node which I will be having is 5. So if total A nodes are there, how much I will be having? That is 5A by 10. So rupees 10 nodes which I will be having is 5A by 10. Give me a second. We'll shift these sums down. Okay. So number of nodes should not be confused with the value. I have in my pocket 3 notes of 50 rupees. So similarly, the number of 100 rupee notes is, we have assumed it as X. The number of 50 rupee notes we have assumed as Y. Number of 10 rupee notes as Z. Okay, that we have got in terms of a single variable A. Why are we converting it into a single variable? Because we need to solve the equation from which we can find our answer. That's as simple as that. Okay, because we have only one equation and we can solve only one variable. As you know that how many ever variables you have, that many equations you must have. Here, the first one is not considered as an equation as such. It is just a ratio which they are giving. So the second equation is only the only equation which you have. That means you can solve only one variable using this equation, but you are having 3 variables, X, Y, and Z. So for that reason, what we are doing is we are converting all the 3 variables into a single variable. So that using this only one equation, we can get our answer, X, Y, and Z. Okay, if you had 3 equations, you could have not done all this. You could have directly substituted one in terms of other and done. But we are having only one equation and 3 variables. So it is required to convert all these 3 variables into a single variable, and that variable is A. How we have got A, that also I have explained. And the total A represents the total number of notes I am currently having in my pocket. Okay, so that's what I have done. X rupee 50, 100 rupee notes, X I have. If I add all of them like Y and Z, I will get A, right? That is as obvious as that. So now if I have 10 notes, why did I get 10 notes? Because they've given 2 is to 3 is to 5. So I added all of them. That is 2 plus 3 plus 5. I get 10. So if I have 10 notes, I am assuming that if I am having 10 notes, 2 notes will be of 100 rupees. So if I'm totally having A notes, how many 100 rupee notes I will have? That is nothing but 2A by 10. That is, multiply this. This multiply and divided by 10. So similarly, for the second 2 cases also we have done and we have got that. So rupees 100 rupee notes is X, this is Y, and this is Z. Okay. Now let's go back to our equation 2. Substituting x, y and z in equation, I think it's 2, right? Equation 2, okay. We get, first let's write equation 2. What is equation 2? 100 into x plus 50 into y plus 10 into z equals 4 lakh. So what is x? 100 into, what is x? Let's substitute. Let's write the equation. It's important to write the equations. This is equation 3. This is equation number 4. This is equation number 5. Okay. So what is x? X is nothing but, x is, give me a second. X is 2a by 10. X is 2a by 10 plus 50 into, what is y? Y is 3a by 10. 3a by 10 plus 10 into z, 5a by 10 is equal to 4 lakh. Okay, so let's solve this. Let's first solve whatever is there within the brackets first as a rule of BODMAS. So this will be 100 into 2, 200a. 200a by 10 plus 5 into 350, 150a by 10 plus 50a by 10. Is equal to 4 lakh. So I had told earlier that please do not simplify. Why? Because the LCM will become easy. LCM is only one number. We are not having different numbers. So it will be equivalent to 10 here in this case. So first one will be 200A plus 150A plus 50A is equal to 4 lakh. 200 plus 150 is 350. 350 plus 50 is 400. 400A by 10 equals 4 lakh. So now you can cancel it off. So what we can do, which implies A is equal to 4 lakh divided by 40. So 4 ones are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So therefore A equals 10,000. So what does it imply? The total number of notes which you are having in your pocket is 10,000. In that, I don't know how many 50 rupee notes I have, how many 100 rupee notes I have, or how many 10 rupee notes I have. Just the total notes which I'm having is 10,000. Now I need to find how many 100 rupee notes I have, how many 50 rupee notes I have, how many 10 rupee notes I have. So, number of 100 rupees 100 notes equals X, which is nothing but, I think it was 2A by 10. Okay, which is equivalent to 2 into A is 10,000 divided by 10, which is equivalent to saying it is 2,000. So 2,000 notes of 100 rupees I'm having in my pocket. Now let's go. Number of rupee 50 notes is equivalent to y, which is nothing but 3A by 10, which is equal to 3 into 10,000 divided by 10, which is equal to 3,000. So number of 50 rupee notes which I am having currently in my pocket is 3,000. number of rupees 10 notes equals Z, which is equivalent to 5A by 10, which is equivalent to saying 5 into 10,000 by 10, which is equal to 5,000. Okay, hope it's clear. So number of notes of 10 rupees which I'm having currently in my pocket is 5,000. So let's go back to the question and see what they've asked. How many notes of each denomination do you have? Each denomination is how many 50 rupee notes you have, how many 10 rupee notes you have, how many 100 rupee notes you have. So that's what we have found out. We have 2000 rupee notes of 2000 notes of rupees 100, 3000 notes of rupees 50, and 5000 notes of rupees 10. That's the thing they had asked in the question, and we have solved it, and that's what we have found it. So let's solve the next sum in the next video. Until then, bye.